Welcome to One Round. I'm your host, Darrell Dawsey. Last week, Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy brought a series of charges against 54-year-old Theodore Wafer, the Dearborn Heights man who shot and killed 19-year-old Renisha McBride in early November after she wandered onto his porch. For a number of people here in Metro Detroit, this case has been about a number of things: racial profiling, firearms law, the divide between the city and the suburbs. And for a growing number of people, this case has also been about the issue of Michigan's Stand Your Ground law. For some folks, they want this law overturned, and they feel that the McBride case is a prime example of why we need to get rid of this particular law. Here to talk with me about Stand Your Ground and the Renisha McBride case is Mr. Rick Ector. He's the founder and president of LADE, Legally Armed in Detroit, a firearms advocacy organization. Ector is one of the foremost firearms proponents, and he's also well known for teaching CPL classes here in the city of Detroit. And he'll be here to talk about Renisha McBride, the Theodore Wafer charges, and whether or not this is really about Stand Your Ground. It'll be here on One Round right after this.
Scrapbusters owner Bill Wild would like to thank all of Wayne County for 25 years of support.
You know, we get it. We understand that times are tough right now. What we offer is a low-cost option for people to fix their cars and keep them on the road. This is the Motor City. This is where they build cars. We help our customers rebuild them. And we just want to tell everybody we appreciate their loyalty and their business.
Bill Wild and Scrapbusters, serving the community for 25 years.
All right, welcome back. Rick, thanks for being here, man.
Hey, man, glad to be here.
Absolutely. Let's get it. The Renisha McBride case. I mean, a lot of people were making a lot of noise about this, and this is obviously a real tragedy. First off, what do you think about the charges that the Wayne County prosecutor brought against Wafer?
I believe the charges were appropriate. The one thing that a lot of people keep trying to throw into this story is they're trying to make it racially charged, that this guy who was suddenly startled at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, he's afraid, he comes to his front door, he opens it, and he shoots through the door, which clearly is illegal. Mm-hmm. And yes, the charges were warranted, and this young lady unfortunately lost her life.
You don't think
but there's no
profile?
Evidence whatsoever that there was race. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. The prosecutor, Kim Worthy, she actually agrees too. Mm-hmm. You can't just throw out some racially charged rhetoric and expect it to mean something. You need evidence.
She did say, though, that she said right now race is not an issue, but it could become relevant as the case moves forward.
I'll tell you this, Darrell. The thing is if a black person is killed by someone who is not black, that makes it racially charged and racial profiling. Let's bring in all the activists. Let's get Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson to come in town. Let's make this a huge public event, and let's get some controversy going. And I think that's extremely unfortunate.
I'm with you in this sense. That I think that there was an opportunity for the system to kind of move forward and work, and it did. And I think that that's to the credit of Detroiters. That's to the credit of a city where you have prosecutors who are sensitive to these things. Because when you think about what happened in Florida, for instance, with the Trayvon Martin case, where the boy just laid there, he was in a morgue. I mean, this is why so many people got so upset about this and reacted the way they did. Do you understand what that's about?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, we go all the way into the Trayvon Martin case, but here's the thing. It's totally different from the Renisha McBride case in Dearborn Heights. Let's focus on the issues and on the facts.
All right.
And clearly this individual, Mr. Wafer, he acted inappropriately. He shot through a door. He did the Vice President Joe Biden home defense rule. He shot through a door. Completely bad advice. Should not have been done. Yes, he was charged with manslaughter, maybe even second degree, felony firearm. He'll probably be convicted. I can't see how he could be exonerated. Let's move on.
So you like him to Biden, I like him to Dick Cheney, but it's the same thing.
The hunting incident.
There you go.
Okay.
But let me ask you this: you got a lot of people who are concerned that Wafer's defense team is going to try and invoke Stand Your Ground. Is this at all about Stand Your Ground?
It has absolutely nothing to do with Stand Your Ground. In the state of Michigan and several other states, let's just talk about Michigan. In Michigan, as long as you are at home, the castle doctrine comes into play. Mm-hmm. If someone is in the process of breaking into your home or has already broken into your home, there is a presumption in the law that that person creates a imminent threat of great bodily harm and danger, and yes, you can defend yourself.
Okay.
There was absolutely no evidence that Ms. McBride was trying to break in or had actually broken in. Now, had she, for whatever reason, found her way into the home and then he shot her, then that would have been a justified shooting. Mm-hmm. But since that did not happen, but since he opened the door and since he shot through another door, he was clearly wrong.
You're not going to defend
has nothing to do with race.
Now, we got to get ready to wrap up, but I just want to ask you one question, try to answer it really quickly. You teach this kind of stuff, Rick.
I
What would you
teach
have done?
law-abiding citizens how to obey the law.
Yes, you do. What would you have done? You teach self-defense. What would you have done in this situation?
Personally, if I was Mr.
Yes.
Wafer, 3:30 in the morning, I would have gotten a firearm. I would have went to the front door. I would have looked out the window. I'd have been like, wow, this doesn't look cool. Let me call 911 and let me wait and see what happens. Hopefully that noise doesn't come through my front door, but if it did, I would have shot to defend myself in my home if that person crossed the threshold into my home.
But she didn't. And unfortunately, he didn't do that, and a 19-year-old girl is dead. And we thank you so much, Rick, for coming here.
Hey,
We
man,
thank you
thank
for
you for
your advice.
having me.
Thank
It's
you
way
for your
overdue.
expertise. Absolutely. This is Darrell Dawsey. I've been here with Rick Ector. This is One Round. We'll see you next week.